Did you know there's a fish that literally forgot how to swim and now walks on land instead? Welcome to the bizarre world of animals that seem to have completely forgotten what species they're supposed to be. Let's start with the mudskipper, nature's most confused fish. These weird animal facts will blow your mind. Mudskippers spend more time out of water than most land animals spend in it. They've got bulging eyes that work like periscopes, muscular fins that work like arms, and they literally hold their breath underwater because their gills work better in air. Talk about an identity crisis. These amazing animals have basically become amphibians while still being fish, proving that sometimes evolution just throws the rulebook out the window. But mudskippers aren't the only ones having an existential crisis. Enter the penguin, a bird that traded flying through the sky for flying through water. These hilarious animal facts show us that penguins are so committed to their aquatic lifestyle that they've become better swimmers than most fish. Their wings became flippers, their bones became dense like stones to help them sink, and they waddle around on land like they're constantly asking, "How do I bird?" It's like they attended flight school and decided underwater basket weaving was more their speed. Speaking of animals you didn't know about, let's talk about the vampire bat. Now, you'd think being called a vampire would make you pretty scary, right? Wrong! These little guys are basically the neighborhood gossips of the animal kingdom. They share blood meals with friends who couldn't find food. They groom each other like they're at a spa day, and they adopt orphan babies from other families. These jaw-dropping wildlife info nuggets reveal that vampire bats are basically just flying social workers with a really unfortunate diet plan. Then we have the sea pig. And yes, that's actually what scientists call them. These deep-sea creatures look like someone took a regular pig, threw it in the ocean, and said, "Figure it out." They're actually sea cucumbers that walk along the ocean floor in herds, just like land pigs. But here's where it gets wild. They eat the mud on the seafloor and somehow survive on the nutrients they find there. It's like they're underwater vacuum cleaners that forgot they weren't supposed to be cute and pig-like. The animal kingdom surprises don't stop there. Meet the blobfish, nature's most misunderstood celebrity. Everyone thinks this poor guy looks like a gelatinous mess, but that's only because we've seen photos of him out of his element. At the crushing depths where blobfish live, they look perfectly normal. It's only when they're brought to the surface that they turn into what looks like a sad pink puddle. These funny animal behaviors show us that blobfish are basically the ultimate homebodies. They look great in their natural environment, but turn into a hot mess anywhere else. But let's talk about the real shapeshifters, octopuses. These amazing animals have basically decided that having a fixed identity is overrated. They can change colors, textures, and shapes faster than you can change your mind about what to watch on Netflix. Some octopuses pretend to be flatfish, others mimic toxic creatures, and some just decide to look like rocks or coral. It's like they're nature's ultimate cosplayers, except their costumes are literally their bodies. And then there's the star-nosed mole, who apparently missed the memo about what noses are supposed to look like. This bizarre creature has 22 fleshy tentacles surrounding its nose, making it look like it stuck its face in an electrical socket or decided to cosplay as a tiny sea anemone. But here's the kicker. That weird nose is actually the most sensitive touch organ in the entire animal kingdom. These wild animal moments showcase how this little guy can identify and eat small prey in milliseconds, making it basically the speed-eating champion of the underground world. Don't even get me started on the platypus, nature's greatest practical joke. Someone clearly told evolution to just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, because the platypus is part duck, part beaver, part snake, and somehow all adorable. They lay eggs like birds, have beaks like ducks, tails like beavers, and the males are venomous like snakes. These nature trivia facts prove that sometimes Mother Nature just gets creative after too much coffee. The leafy sea dragon takes camouflage to a whole new level by basically becoming a floating salad. These relatives of seahorses have decided that looking exactly like seaweed is their life's calling. They're so committed to the bit that they can barely swim. They just float around looking like the ocean's most elaborate piece of underwater landscaping. It's like they attended acting school and decided method acting meant never breaking character, ever. Finally, let's talk about the AI, Madagascar's most misunderstood resident. This lemur looks like someone mixed a bat, a rat, and a gremlin, then gave it an extra long middle finger for good measure. But that weird finger is actually a sophisticated tool. They use it to tap on trees, listen for hollow sounds, then extract grubs from inside the wood. These animal fun facts show us that the AI is basically a living stethoscope with an attitude problem. So which animal fact blew your mind the most? The fish that walks, the bird that can't fly, or maybe the pig that lives in the ocean? Drop your favorite in the comments below. And if you loved learning about these wonderfully weird creatures, smash that like button. Share this video with fellow animal lovers and subscribe for more amazing animal content that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about the natural world.